Hello guys, this is Royal69501 and welcome to my channel. Well, the comic that I'm gonna display is from Archie Comics and it's done by Adam Hughes with Jose Villarrubia. Now I'm talking about Betty and Veronica issue number 2 and the cover is done by Adam Hughes. Check that out. Awesome, huh? I mean, this is a 3-issue miniseries which actually to be in case that some of you did not know, the art of the inside is done also by Adam Hughes, which is pretty cool. I haven't read the whole miniseries yet. So so this miniseries on my small stack of comics that I have, the ones that I need to read. So I know. Well, on this video, I'm going to give you my thoughts for Superman issue number 8, John Kent Returns, the Son of Steel Unleashed. Now check out this cover. Awesome, huh? Okay, the story. Well, this is the story part 2 from, what's the name of the story arc? I hate it when they put the title on the last page. Sometimes they put it on the first page. Sometimes they put it on the middle of it. God, people, make up your mind. You're either going to put it on the first page, middle, or last. But stop jumping around. Unity Saga, part 2. Well, the whole story goes around John Kent, obviously, and his adventures that he had with his grandfather to the moment that he got to planet Earth, the moment that he returned to Earth. So that's what it is. So, which I would say that it was very interesting that Bendis is touching that subject, because I was wondering, okay, are we gonna know what kind of adventures or experience John had from whatever he was on the universe to the moment that he got to planet Earth? So I guess, yes, we're gonna have at least me. It's nothing like decaf coffee. So the story starts, we see John and his grandfather in outer space, talking. Like always, what grandparents and grandchildren do normally. They just chat. So here we get to see Lois Lane when she decides to get back home and leave his son behind. So from there we go to the Fortress of Solitude. Now, this Fortress of Solitude is not on the North Pole as we accustomed to know. It's on the middle of the Bermuda Triangle. I know. Well, the first one got destroyed. So Superman decided to make a new one in the Bermuda Triangle. So I guess the Bermuda Triangle, they say that the hole is so deep that God knows how far deep underground we go. So maybe, I don't know, maybe not even Aquaman can go down there. Hey, who knows? But that would be interesting that they would make a story about Aquaman going down to the Bermuda Triangle, see what kind of stuff. I mean, to do it in a sense that will make sense, that maybe Aquaman's power has his limitation when it comes to how deep he can go. That would be interesting. I know. Well, back to Superman. So, Superman's doing a DNA test on his son to see if it really is his son. So he's using his computer tech on his son to see if he's, like I said, it is his son. And then while that's happening, he's telling the story with his grandfather, what his grandfather did and say and not do and so on and so forth. So kind of like Superman got pissed off. He got frustrated and pissed off. So he said, well, excuse me, I have to go someplace else. And Lois Lane said, yeah, Yeah, go, go. So he's flying around. He's flying around trying to find something to punch, to take out his frustration. So I can imagine him maybe time to time where he might get frustrated by Lois Lane or whatever, or his son, or just plain life situation, would say, well, I'll be back. I'm gonna punch something else. I need to punch something. I can imagine that. I mean, I'm laughing because I find that funny. I mean, you've been Superman and you get frustrated and you be so strong, you need something to punch because if you punch too hard, you can destroy a planet. I call it so, I don't know. So he's searching. So while he's searching, he stopped by to the North Pole, to the Arctic, where his old Fortress of Solitude was. And guess who was there? Mongol, as we can see here. So Mongol, he's the one who paid the price by doing nothing. I don't know. Maybe so here, as you can see, he punched Mongol. Now, one thing I noticed here is I know that Mongol, he's a big guy. I always thought that, or at least that he's being portrayed in the comic book. Mongol is maybe a little bit taller, or just about the same size as Darkseid. Not about strong, but mostly I'm talking about height. But here, they put Mongol like the size of the Empire State Building, and Superman looks like an ant next to it, over here. And this double spread page, we can see that even though that he punched Mongol, so maybe the artist got it wrong. Perspective, because here, I mean, here you can tell that Superman, he's a little bit more shorter than Mongol, but they look normal. But on the page before, on the panel before, it's like Superman standing next to the Empire State Building. So it's kind of like Superman is fighting some kind of kaiju, Godzilla. That. So on the panel before this spread page, Superman looks like he's standing next to Godzilla. That's what I was wondering about. I know that Mongol he's big, but not the size of Godzilla. But anyway, so so Mongol, he's the one who paid the price just to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he's the one who got punched because Superman is frustrated. What Mongol was doing there, I don't know. Why he was there, I don't know. Maybe he was passing through. I don't know. But you know, whatever reason Mongol had, well, he got punched by Superman just because Superman was frustrated and he was pissed off. So I can see now every time that Superman gets pissed off, oh, I gotta look for, hey Mongol, come here. I need to punch you. I just find it funny. I mean, things like this, I can come up with a bunch of ideas. I don't know. My mind start rumbling. Don't worry about it. So anyway, so the tests are done. The machine say, well, he's the little John is their son, and all that. So even his brain match, everything says that he's his son. So little John start talking, telling his story. So him and his grandfather, they were going planet to planet, and they were acting like superheroes. He, in a point, admired his grandfather, but say, no, we went to this place, and he, even though that we did not know what was going on, he knew who were the good guys and the bad guys. So we always fight in favor of the bad guys, which, hey, is okay. So he ended up in a planet where there are a bunch of people that looks like Hawkman. It's not the same planet as of Hawkman, but guys with wings. Now, one thing I noticed here that when Superboy's punching one of those Hawk guys, or Hawkman. Well, his arm has kind of like a giant glove, like he's surrounded by some kind of energy, kind of like Green Lantern thing. I don't know. It's literally he does a power or something. Look at his arm over here. Because on the story it doesn't say anything that he has that kind of like it was kinetic power or something. So he was punching with some kind of energy shield around his arm. I don't know. So whatever. That's one little thing that we like to know what that come from. And then from there he ended up hungry. He get to meet some of the members of the Green Lantern Corps. The thing is that he meet Kilowog and what's her name? The blonde chick. I forgot her name. Anyway, as we can see, but they have recognized Little John as Superman's son. Not Superman, but more like Kryptonian. So Little John asked them to if they can take him back home. He said, "Yeah, we can take you home. Come on." But at that moment, they're gonna start to take him home. Well, his grandfather shows up, and for some reason, they kind of like sense like, "Look, whatever is going on, you better talk the two of you by yourself and figure out how to fix it and all that, and then we can see if we can take you home or not." So that's why they just flew away. Cowards. So right here, his grandfather feels sad because he feels like that he knows that Little John wants to go back home. So he feels like, well, my grandson doesn't love me. My grandson wants to leave me behind. My grandson wants to leave me alone, and blah blah blah. So he feels kind of like sad. I know I'm being a little bit over dramatic, but hey, why not? So even though that they talk all that, Superboy decides to leave anyway. So something happened on the way because his grandfather told Little John, "Okay, I'm gonna take you home." On the way to planet Earth, they stumble or they got caught by a black hole. Very strong black hole. While they're inside the black hole, his grandfather kind of like disappeared. Kind of like on the movie, the Avengers were kind of like they turn into dust. Well, here they turn kind of like energy, I guess, depending. That's how the artist can interpret it. So the spaceship managed to leave the energy pool. So not only that, after that happens, well, guess Little John stumbled upon the crime syndicate. So now, what kind of story or what kind of experience Little John is gonna have with the crime syndicate? Now that Superman from the crime syndicate, excuse me, oops, he doesn't like Superman at all. So I'm wondering, what kind of story that they're gonna do? Is that about the glare? Okay, right there. So it was good. I have to say that the story is getting better, a lot better. The first few issues, they were okay, they were good, but then, what kind of like meh. But this one with Little John now back to the picture, and he's telling his story, and he got older. I don't know if this Little John is gonna be, or he's gonna be established as the new Superboy and not the Superboy Prime that we knew. I don't know. We'll see. Because they haven't published a Superboy book for a long time. Yep, they haven't published a book from a Superboy from a long time. So I guess we'll see what happens with Little John. But now we have the crime syndicate on the picture. What kind of story that I'm gonna read. I don't know, but to me, I'm very excited about it to see all those characters again, because the the conversion story with the crime syndicate, that was fun. That was a fun story. When they with the crime syndicate, that was fun. When he actually blocked the moon, that was fun. So that's it. I would give this 4.5 out of 5 because it was a fun story. It was really fun. And I hope that in part 3, it will get a lot better. Well, guys, this is it. I hope that you like this video. Till later. Bye.